Welcome to Terror in Bloom, the podcast that brings you voices from the first wave of the novel coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic from Maryland and across the U.S. On episode 7 of Terror in Bloom, interviewees will discuss topics surrounding restaurants and COVID-19, including closings, lack of masks, transmission of COVID-19 while eating, and other topics of that nature.
Attention! Shelter-in-place orders are in effect for Maryland.
Yeah, I haven't done, we'll do takeout once in a while, but I haven't been to a restaurant, whether it's outdoor dining or inside. We haven't done that yet.
I think I've saved a lot of money actually in the last few months, not going out. We don't out eat. We didn't eat out a lot before, but now we really don't. We picked up pizza a couple of times. They had, they take it outside and set it on the table and you went and got it. And so, we felt fairly safe doing that. There was one restaurant near my parents. We started out with them only babysitting when I had like large gaps in between when I would work, like at least 5 days, to try to make sure that nobody developed symptoms. And then, it was sort of one of those things that, there are childcare. If they weren't doing it, then we'd be having to send our kids to, one of the essential worker childcares that's open. And we decided that during a pandemic with the stress that the kids were picking up on and feeling wasn't the right time to try to set something like that up. And so luckily my parents were willing to continue to watch the kids while on days that we both had to work. And luckily, and I said, knock on wood, no one's had symptoms yet. We're really praying and, thankfully we're type O blood. So, hey, maybe that whole theory will pan out for us.
Shake Shack, Shake Shack is a homegrown chain. They did so well. They were able to keep opening and expanding and opening and expanding. But a lot of chains come from elsewhere here in New York. And New Yorkers tend to be kind of, we get kind of frosty about that. We get a little salty about it. They're like, another chain that doesn't belong here. Oh, we don't care about them. We're not going to go, visit them. It's all going to be our tourists from out of town who are going to go there. So we're kind of afraid that our local restaurant scene is going to be very different, and that the entrepreneurs who run a lot of the favored neighborhood hangouts and restaurants are not going to make it. They're going to have to give up and do something else, or work for the chains, or just become franchisees or something. Who knows? People still got to eat, and people are always going to want to socialize. That are being very, like you were saying about, drinking on the street. They've got their front window open and they're like, yeah, we'll sell you a cocktail. You can put it in a paper bag and walk home with it or whatever. And a lot of restaurants and bars are doing delivery of not just food, but also cocktails and stuff. Cause gotta have those wings, man. Gotta have those wings. Yeah.